What's going on, y'all? We got a Calamity stream coming up. Sorry it's a little late. They had to postpone it an hour, but here we are. We have GABU2 versus 4CAD X. This is a NA League 1 match, so this is going to be a little bit top tier gameplay going on here. Earlier today we went and got I believe EU2 stream, and don't if they're watching, if they're up, gonna get that stream being able to watch over again and post it on YouTube later today or night. Let's just say it got a little heated for a little bit, but then they fought it out into a tiebreaker game. It was during the gameplay, it was actually really close matches. And today I'm hoping tonight it's the same thing that's gonna happen. I want some close games, hopefully tiebreaker. I love some tiebreaker gameplay. Sorry. 4CAD has banned Miro. GABU has banned Ghost Town. The Sturv 103B 4CAD X banned, and then the Grill was the GABU. I don't even know how to say this, to be honest. First time seeing them, but I think I'm saying it right. But because their clan logo is GABU2, so we'll see. Hopefully, I'm not saying anything bad, but since the stream and everything's safe, we'll see. But we're going into Sand River. Same format, 770, tier 10, 1 TD, 1 light tank. 3 max the same tank characteristics, but there are some limited tanks. You can only have 1 chieftain, 1 E5, and 1 T95 E6. You can have all 3, but there's still limit to 1. 3 max autoloaders. Same mode, same mode. The maps are so many. It's Arctic Region, Cliff, Ghost Town, Himmels, Mines, Mali, Miro, Proc, Sand River, Steps, and Westfield. Going into Sand River, and looks like 4CAD has decided to defend first. Let me just make sure. That's what they're saying. Yes, 4CAD has opted to defend, so we should be rock and rolling here anytime now. Um, While we still got time, I might get predictions going while I have some time once I go live and see everything's good to go here. Ooh, make sure I did type it right. Yep. Twitch stats good. Still good. Good to go. Yes. All right, good to go, good to go. Yep. All right. So, hopefully, again, it's gonna be a good match here. Just gonna go ahead, fix some of my clutter. Will I have some time to, or just now picking some tanks up here? Hopefully, I can get a co-streamer to help commentate, and from there, just got a lot of stuff going on. Next week, sadly, I cannot stream any, but I believe we have some other streamers out and about there. That's also bigger, better than me, and hopefully get some games for y'all. There, typed it, yada yada. Oh, okay, accept. Oh, sorry. Stream will be up after this. All right, there we go. Getting a little bit stuff going on. I should be live now. Yes. Good to go. Everything's rocking and rolling. And I'm going to go ahead and transition this. Should be ready to roll here in about a minute or so. Let's see. Just looking at, actually, want to make sure, did I do it correctly? I think I said one light tank limit, but it should be two light tanks. Just make sure. I was just kind of going off of memory. Just quickly go to match chats. Match rules. Sorry, one max of TD. Yeah, so you can have three light tanks if you want. Sorry. It is one max TD and then one of the Chieftain E5 E6, max of three autoloads, and one max TD. So I was wrong. What's up, No Sleep? What's going on, man? We both have six picked. Hopefully we can rock and roll here. If it starts to become a problem, I will also do the 5 minute timer, but as of now, no one's complaining yet. And we should be rocking, I believe, seven picked. I don't see any illegal lineups. I gotta kind of keep an eye on this as well, so sorry if it takes me a little bit. I've been seeing a lot of leopard ones lately. I still haven't got one yet. I actually think the Sturv is a good tank ban. Let me go ahead and get this going. Uh, there we go. All right. Steam is going. Got the prediction going here. So we have from 4CatX, we have a Chieftain, T95, Valor, MBT, Batchat, Murat, E6, and the 268V5. From GABU, we have Chieftain, IS7, Triple Leopard 1, CS, and a Rhyme Panzer. Interesting to see the Rhyme Panzer, but I kind of see what that's going towards here. So let's see, we have. Looks like GABU's decided to take the south flank, keeping an IS7 and Chieftain inside the base. Let's see, TK, when you going to play a game with the gang again? Just not really smited. I'm just going to be honest, y'all. This is the first time I've ever been back that hasn't been on Borderlands. So, Got excited when a new tournament that I can just kind of sit back and just commentate. So, but if y'all ever played a game that I will play again, yeah, I'll get back on, but I just haven't been able to smite. If you have any other game options or anything, of course let me know. Like I'm probably gonna get Battlefield 6, and there's a couple other tanks and all that stuff, but I digress. That's going on later. We got both chieftains spotting each other from 4Cat and GABU as well. Looks like most of 4Cat has kind of stuck with traditional placements. And it looks like GABU is just trying to spot it out with the Ryan Panzer, see what's going on here. We have a little bit of blind fire from the E6, it looks like, trying to blind fire the chieftain or up here over at the sand dunes at K5. The E6 does get spotted, but I don't think he can get punished because he can just back down to the hill. Again, not much movement, just looks like GABU is going to start to move as I say that. Ryan Panzer does get spotted in return. Again, on this type of flank, you want to keep the light tank healthy, and CS is going to go in, and he does take 2 shots, possibly 3. Let's see if he gets there on time, but this is the wrong place to do so. But he is safe now. He did take 2 in return. Ryan Panzer is going to start to get on cap here. E6 is... Ooh, and he's going to push up, actually. This is not the play. I don't think Kaiser... maybe. We'll see how that goes, but looks like most of them's going to try to cover this. If they're going to do this correctly, I think he should have fell all the way back, because I know it's a standard blind shot to get hit, but also if the E6 just pokes up ever so slightly, let me see. Yeah, he can get shot if that E6 spots him. Murat is going on the low side. Hopefully that IS-7 does prevent that push. Looks like there's a lot of bouncing. Ryan Panzer is starting to move back into the traditional spot that I expect him to be at because he needs to get ready to leave if that Murat does poke up. A lot of blind fire into, not blind fire, just a lot of bleeding into that Valor. Looks like either the Leopard or Chieftain. Light tank does get spotted. He starts to dip. Does take one in return for 482. I forgot they did the Chieftain for 420 or 440. So that's interesting. IS-7 does keep these meter tanks spotted. So far, so forth. Really good defense here from 4Cab. Got the light tank spotted and some punish to the CS and the Ryan Panzer. We have both Leopard 1s going up to the backside of the B cap here, but they do not know that the bat chat is up here, so we're going to quickly come to his perspective here. Does get spotted, shoots 1 into the Leopard, takes 2 into the Leopard. He's probably not going to take 1 in return, takes 3. Oh, never mind, mind my words. He does take 1, almost takes out a Leopard. He gets the full clip, but since it's at 1950, he probably runs a 5% damage roll because he lives on 113 here. Jay gets down to a one-shot. This other Leopard's getting pushed by the MBT and the Valor. So this is not looking good for GABU here. So now would be the time to either send one on the cap if I was the light tank. Never mind. Light tank's getting some punish here, but he does get spotted. He might take one in return. A lot of punish from the backside here too. Looks like from the CS. So a lot of good bleeding here from GABU as well. But it is down by almost 1.5. Yeah, 1,500. 1.5 thousand, whatever you want to call it. Leopard 1 does get on this cap circle now. I-7 needs to play it safe. Also, these heavy tanks, if they try to poke up, they need to make sure they don't get clapped out by the bat chat, because that bat chat nearly just took out Jay in one clip here. Leopard does get spotted by either the Murat or it looks like the E6. This is why you can't do this. That CS has to be here, and he has to have a tank spotting out on the outside of K4 because that guy can just poke up for, I mean, not really for free, but he does get the spot, so they can't cap here. Leopard 1, a J does get out. They're blind firing the Ryan Panzer as of now. So let's see. Leopard tries to get on base here. Again, if this is going to have to work, you need to prevent the E6 from spotting this because these Chieftains and Valor and the MBT is going to have easy shots here. Look, the E6 does get shot by one of the Leopards from GABU here, so that's a really good shot there. CS is still here. K Mori down to 7. Looks like he did take one shot because he was on 1100 earlier. Minute left on the cap. Murat is moving up. IS-7 is going to prevent this. Or yes, he does. Does get the spot. E6 is on the top side. Did he spot the Leopard? He did. Looks like he did get the shot into him as well. Again, the E6 is preventing this entire cap side being pushed out. Last 3 minutes on that cap circle, or the timer. And neither one on both teams has died, but it is still around a 1700 hit points differential for Cat here, and they're doing as safe as possible without killing anyone. That's like a dead giveaway. If I'm Cat here, if it's still working, do what you can. Looks like they're sending all of their tanks ready for the A cap here. I mean, you can theoretically sacrifice a Leopard sideways and keep the Ryan Panzer. So, I mean, if they're going to double cap and then full send this little divot here, it would be the play and exactly what they're doing here. This E6 needs to, I wouldn't say help, but they need to make sure like these guys are just about to get farmed. And these guys need to not fire either. Leopard 1 gets pushed in by the MBT. Chieftain actually bombards one of the IS-7s and does take him out here. And this is going to be very, very bad spot and situation for GABU here. It looks like this match is going to go towards Cat here. Murat has all the health in the world. E6 can easily poke up because this guy is now a one-shot. He doesn't want to give this tank away. Murat takes one. Ryan Panzer takes another. So does the Leopard. Looks like the 268 does miss that shot there, unfortunately for him. But it's down last to the final minute and a couple seconds left. Leopard's down to a one-shot. If I'm this bad shot player, I honestly think you just go for it. Looks like the Valor does take out, or the Batchat takes out the CS. It looks like round one is going to go to Cat here. Really good defense. Looks like GABU had a plan. Unfortunately, they just couldn't poke up. Or hoping the Murat was just kind of sitting there still inside that little divot. Batchat does move up and he does kill the Leopard 1. Jay tries to move up here. 10 seconds left on that timer. 2, 1, and that is GG. Cat does go up 1. Let's see. From Cat, we have Ground Mac with the E6, 2 kills, 3,000 damage, just shy of 2k assists, so 5k combined, really good game out of him. We have the Dark Flash with the Chieftain, 1 kill, 3,000 damage. One-Eyed Buck in the Batchat, 1 kill, 2,300 damage. The Tough and the Valor with 1291. Mr. Azota, Object 268v5, 1,200 damage. Field Cheesesteak, 1,100 damage. And Free the Goat with the MBT, 1,000 damage, 500 assist. We have Jay in the Leopard 1, 2,400 damage. We have Suta with the Leopard 1, just shy of 2k with 1100 assist. Yuta in the IS-7, 1400 damage. K Mori, CS, 1 kill, 1100 damage. Kaiser von Krieg with the Rhine Panzer, 1000 damage, 500 assist. Precure, Chieftain, 888 damage, 381 assist. And Yura Lapis, Leopard 1 with no damage but almost 1000 assist. I want to say if GABU actually kept tanks in the back there while trying to prevent that E6 from spotting that. Like, sure, he'll have to force and spot that, but if you have a little bit more punish, like I think if 2 or 3 shots connected, he possibly only gets one more spot on the cap circle, then you got to send the Marat to do it, and at that point you bleed a lot for trying to get that spot slash reset here. I think that would have been a better plan for them if they're going to try to do that B-side cap. I like that rotation, but I also think you should have brought the heavy tank in there with you because that bad shot, sure, like he got the clip out, and there's nothing much that they could have done other than the 2 shots because the bad shot's going to clip out in 8 seconds, and that's only pretty much 1 reload after you fire. So having that extra tank possibly could do a little bit more damage to that bad shot, so he just doesn't poke out as much. But I digress. Really good game out of this. So let's see if GABU can tie this game up, going to 1-1, and I believe it'll be 4CAD's map pick. Yes. But I want to say hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We should be ready to rock and roll with the next map or sorry, next round as well. Yes, we are. Make sure I don't see any illegal tanks, no double chieftain or anything. Nope, good to go. All right, so now we're going to go into 4CAD's attacking. We're going to see if GABU's defense is going to be as strong as 4CAD's defense was. We have Chieftain from GABU, MBT, double I7, Batshot with double Leopard 1. From 4CAD, we have Chieftain, double I7, Batshot, Marat, the T100 LT, and the Object 268. This kind of screams an A cap for 4CAD with the T100, or it could be here because a light tank can still be unspotted here. We will see here, but with them having a lot of mediums, I7 does get spotted, takes 2 in return, so that's really unfortunate for this guy. This guy just has to full send it now, but I don't think he's going to take much damage because this Batshot is still loading and I7's in nowhere near a spot that he can get fired on. Batshot's about to be reloaded here. Bounces 1. Alright, takes 1, so that's 2 down. That's 3. RBRT's on the move to the I7. That's 4. Batshot has 1 more shot and bounces. So he was 2 out of 5. So that's, I mean, that's just the I7. And I don't know if the Batshot got completely nerfed to the ground with the equipment and perk rework, I'll call it. Batshot takes 1 in return, so that is 2 for 2 for the I7 here. The other I7 for the goat's moving up as well. Don't know if that connected or not. It did not. So they got 2 IS-7s over here on the backside of B-Cap. They have 1 IS-7, Batshot and Leopard 1 covering for GABU here. Batshot looks like, I don't know how he took a shot unless he was crossing here. Chieftain gets up here as well, but he might take 1 or 2. Takes an Amarak, he should repair that. Okay, so he does. Both these tanks are getting into that spot. Let's see if one takes the high ground here. They do not, so it's going to try to back up this push here if they want to. So now would be the time to send, not really an IS-7 yet, because they need to kill this IS-7 here. They kill this guy. It's not really a victory, but it's the hardest target to kill here. There's a lot of HE being slung as well. Got him down to 1300, so almost half health. 103. They're shooting HE at each other, so we'll see how that works out here. Double I7 versus 1. Chieftains moving up. 146. Ooh, 484. Does get a pin out of that one. If I'm like I'm Trav here, I would not be poking up anymore. 38 damage. I just can't risk being, even if it's a low roll again to 500, the MBT or even if they high roll can kill this I7 with one shot here. As of now, this guy is safe other than... Oh no, this guy is safe for a 2-shot. Ooh, Yucha down to a 1-shot for any tank now. 6.5 minutes, a little bit more. Looks like 4Cat is starting to move up here. Hit points wise is about a 300 differential, a little bit towards GABU here. But if they get this I7 down, it's just actually really bad for him. But I also think this guy is not using the right rock. Six minutes. 268 does get spotted from the I7 here. It looks like the cap is getting pressured by the T100 for 4Cat here. Oh, they do kill the IS-7, so this is very unfortunate. Now they can send 2 tanks onto B without really getting contested here. Because they got these heavy and light tank here. They cannot go to the top side of the dune here. So now GABU is in a very bad predicament here. That is a really good spot to spot them in, but now looks like 4Cat decided, yep, going to go ahead and move that. So now they are forced to move in. MBT does take 1. Looks like from the 268. 20 seconds left for the A cap. Or sorry, B cap. They do spot the LT for the A cap. 15 seconds left. Does get the reset. I7 down to a 1-shot. If I'm this Chieftain, I think he should just go ahead and kill him, and he does. He might take one in return. Looks like he does not. Okay. And we'll quickly come over here. There's a fight going on over here. Looks like 4Cat has decided to push into the Leopard. Does take him out. IS-7 down to a 1-shot. Does get taken out by Phil Cheesesteak. Now it's just Kaiser von Krieg. Does miss a shot from the Batchat. Fires one on the move there into the Marat. Down to a 2-shot. It's looking like 4Cat is ready and does shut him down as well. Ooh, unfortunate tracking shot as well. 504, I don't see. And now the Batchat is reloading. It's just going to go towards 4Cat as well. I just don't see with it doing 2 minutes. Or sorry, 2 tanks and a big shell into the Chieftain and a fire. Batchat also gets taken down to a 1-shot. So really good game out of here as well. GABU could not hold on to this map. It seems 4Cat was ready on this map pick. And does finally get taken out here. So 4Cat is going to go 2-0. And this will be 4Cat's map pick as well. From 4Cat, we have the Marat with 3 kills, 3,000 damage, and 2,000 assists. 5K game out of this player here. Really good game out of him. Mr. Azota, 268 V5, 2,600 damage, 200 assists. The Dark Flash with 3 kills when the Chieftain, 2,400 damage, just shy of 25, and 400 assists. Like I'm Trav, IS-7 2200 damage. Free the Goat IS-7 1 kill, 2000 damage, 1200 assist. Ground Mac attack, I believe. T100 LT, 1400 damage, a little bit assist, and one odd buck in the bat chat for 1000. From Gabu here, we have Precure in the Chieftain, 1 kill, 3000 damage. Jay with the Leopard 1, 1259. Yura Lapis, sorry. Batchat, 1100 damage. Kaiser von Krieg with the Leopard 1, 770. K Mori with the IS-7 one shot for 514. Yuto for an IS-7, 264. And the NBT Suta. Sorry, Yuta in the IS-7, and then Suta with the NBT for 28. So hopefully, Gabu can win both sides here, try to force this into a tiebreaker here. And we're going into Prokhorovka. Let's see, let's just go over while they're probably picking up a couple tanks. I think Forcat's defense was really good. They only poked up when they really needed to. They had some really good bleeding at first into Gabu here, and I think Gabu tried to get a game plan here, and I think it was executed really well. They had a little bit more bleed onto their mediums. I think that game would have been a lot better for Gabu on their attack. Defense-wise, I think they could have had it as well. It was very unfortunate that the IS-7, I think he was in the wrong spot for the his cover, we'll call it, because I think if he was a little bit higher, there's the bigger mounds, and it kind of covers up his hull a little bit better, because I saw a lot of penetrations onto that IS-7, and I think it should just been a little bit avoided, if I think. But then again, I really haven't played that spot in a while, and I believe that would have been a little bit better and a little bit harder to kill. And I think they also could have, with those I7s being there, and when the mediums get spotted, I actually think the medium IS-7 and the TD, I think Gabu had on that defensive side, could have pushed out those that chieftain and whatever tank was with them. I think it was the Batchat, and that could have helped them out a lot, so they can go around and get the resets onto that A side. And I think that would have helped them out a little bit better here as well. And I think that would have been at least hopefully a tiebreaker game there. I want to say still that was a good offense and defense for Forcat here. Gabu, let's probably gonna hopefully go into Proc with a mindset of hey, we're gonna win this out, force a tiebreaker, or even force to win, because I believe Gabu gets the other map pick. So this map pick, Proc with it being this map, this could go both ways as well. It is I want to say one of the most even side maps in this game, unlike Steps, Sand River, and Redshire. If I don't know if Redshire, because I hate that NBA. Whoever's on the defensive side actually just has, in my opinion, a 70% chance of winning. And I'm kind of glad Redshire is not in this map pool. Let's see, sports-wise, my hockey team, if Tubbins is here, hockey team is winning. As of now, better knock on wood. See if TK is still here. Looks like we might be ready to roll again. I want to say they could lock the room with all these people joining in here. Yes, we are ready to roll here. From 4K, we have Chieftain, Valor, MBT, Murat, CS, Ryan Panzer, and the 268V5. GABU bringing a Chieftain, Valor, double I7, Leopard 1, and double CS. Looks like the GABU team, clan we're going to call, is going somewhere really fast. Looks like a standard defense. Actually, the Rhyme did not do what I thought he was going to do. Most light tanks are going to push up here into the center and then push into the train tracks and use this pretty much village and report back to their side of attack or defense. Just find out where they're going, if they can spot anything. Surprised to see not an I7 on defense here. Good old tanks, or we call it the Ryan spot. If you don't know Ryan, that is 1F's caller. Ryan Panzer being very, very aggressive here. But GABU is pushing in with double I7, double CS, and a Leopard. This Ryan Panzer is about to get a world of hurt here in about 3 seconds. 2, 1 does take one, and the tracking shot takes another. This guy got to get this guy out. GABU is going to try to hopefully get him out here. This will be a very, very good kill here. Only, there he goes. So ground Mac attack is out of this fight. Both, triple heavy tanks are forced to move back now. Now, let's see what GABU tries to do here. MBT moves up. Looks like spots double the I7s here. But they now know, like, hey, they do have a 268 covering, so this is going to be really bad if they try to push up here. MBT does get spotted. Both Leopard CS, or double CS, and the Leopard are moving back. Valor's still holding the train side here. Looks like they're actually going to push up to him. I want to see where this push gets called here. Looks like they are not going to push. This is about to be really, really unfortunate for Cat here. Jay gets spotted, takes one. These guys, I think they just got to force the push now. Oh, they spot both. Now's the time to do it. I know you know nothing but the 268, but now you went under the bridge. You would have got clapped if the 268 was on top. Now is the time. Get this other CS here. Leave the Valor. He needs to make sure he is there. I think it's a 3-on-2. 3. He's probably getting out of speed mode here. They're about to say, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. Now's the time to do it. Leopard does move out. I don't see why you want to send Leopard when he has the least amount of hit points and armor. K Mori is the only one. Okay, so they do get him out. I was about to say, I thought they just left this guy. He is taking a lot of damage. Now is the time to... Okay, so he does. We get both those tanks out. So this is looking really good for GABU here. This is now a 4-on. Ooh, and a fire. I was watching Tubbins and Noodle stream lately, and there's been a crap ton of fires. Does that perk slash equipment really help? Or do they just said, you know what, boost them, boost up the fires? And this is right now, this is a really bad spot for 4CAT, and looks like GABU it did bring up the heat, and they're going to try to tie this game up here. We're going to go up to 1-2 here. Really good shot from Yura into Kratos there from 4CAT. Now the 268 does get spotted. It looks like by Jay, taking a lot of punish from both CS2 and the Leopard. Chieftain gets knocked out by, it looks like the Valor. 268 down to a one shot and gets cleaned up by the CS. It is now a 1v7. Everyone's moving in here, so this is going to be a done deal. GABU's going to move up. 1, 2. Still no damage on the lead there. Okay, these guys are getting into existence. A lot of bounces from heavy tanks, actually. And does take it. There we go. From 4CAT, we have Free the Goat with MBT, 2200 damage. Trav, CS, 1100 damage. Mr. Risotto with the 268 V5, 1000 damage. Filchy stick with them at 428, 404. Kratos and Ground Mac Attack, Valor and Ryan Panzer with zeros across the board. And then the Tough with the Chieftain with 404 assist. From GABU, we have Yura in the Valor, 2 kills, 3500 damage. Kaiser Von Krieg with CS, 1 kill, 2600 damage. Jay with the Leopard 1, 2 kills, 1900 damage. K Mori with the CS, 1 kill, 1700 damage, almost 1000 assist. Yuta with the IS-7, 1 kill, 1600 damage, 1500 assist. Suta with the IS-7, 1500 damage, 331. And Procure and the Chieftain with 1340 and 3000 assist. Really good game here out of GABU here. They needed that a lot to kind of stay in the fight. Because I think if 4CAT won there, GABU's on that timer. And, the stress can be real when they have to come back up 3 wins in a row to at least take the victory here. So that's kind of relieves pressure off of GABU here. But now, they're still in the fight. All they have to do is prevent 4CAT from winning again. Then it's the tie game. And they also get the map pick. So this will be really good for GABU here, but also really good if 4CAT wins. Even though it's GABU's map pick, all they got to do is win one more. So we will see how this goes. I think with them swapping, GABU now has to defend. 4CAT has to attack here. So I could go either way. I think defense is a little bit more easier because you always know if you go to one side and you see nothing there, it's more than likely going to be there on the other side, and you can rotate accordingly. There's some key positions on defense that you kind of need to keep away, and you can kind of give up on multiple positions here. But with flight tanks being played here, the zero line is very, very hard to keep out. But good thing is the grill and the Sturv are banned. Same with the Turan, so the only big TD is a 268. Or maybe, what is the Chinese one that no one really plays? Is it the 114? Hold on. Can I just hit spectator? Yes, I can. Let's see. Oh, I forgot the AAT, but it's with the accuracy nerf and everything, maybe. This is banned, that's banned. Yeah, it's the 114. I was right. Possibly you can bring this, but with it being pretty huge, who knows? Could see that tank being a menace because they have premium AP rounds. But we'll see how this goes. Looks like GABU is rock and ready. looks like they are picking up the last tank as well. So this match is going to be a little bit faster, and I like that because if they go into tiebreaker, I would rather not be 2 hours into the stream here. Sometimes it does do that, and that's okay. Especially going into the playoffs, these streams, if I'm still going to be doing all this, it's going to be a long match. And here we go. Let's see. So for GABU, we have a Chieftain, Valor, double I7, Leopard 1, double CS. I believe that's the same lineup. And for Kai with a Chieftain, double I7, Batchat, Marat, Leopard 1, and the 268 V5. Interesting to see a Batchat being forced to move up, but with the equipment change, maybe he's running double speed equipment, veer range, and then probably gun stabilizer. So let's see what happens here. Or vents for the... Alright, does spot a Chieftain and the Valor. No one over there at A6 with this Batchat actually gets out scot-free unless his Valor peeks out and possibly gives him a little love tap, but he does not. Interesting play from GABU here, but looks like everyone from 4CAT has decided, nope, we're going the opposite direction. They probably know that, hey, especially with the Leopard 1 being high, not being spotted, same with the Chieftain, kind of poking up, sees nothing. They should probably get ready for the B-Cat play. 4CAT is moving, they're pretty much high-tailing. Batchat does get spotted from that spot from the Valor. That's a really good spot. So now let's see what happens here. Double I7 gets spotted as well. Same with the Chieftain. These guys have got to be booking it. What? Thank you, doggy. Chieftain is moving up where the Valor is. No one's bled. Oh, CS does take one, but bounced. No one has bled any, but looks like the 268 does get bled and is forced to use his repair kit as he got his Amarak damaged. Really good shot from one on Buck into the Chieftain here. Looks like 4CAT has decided, alright, let's get on the cap. Let's force some pressure here. Double cap pressure here now. 40 seconds left on that timer. Double CS are pushing out to possibly kill this Leopard 1. $25 seconds left on that B cap. 20 seconds left. 15. They need to get the reset here. 12 seconds. Leopard does get one, but only hits the track. Does take him out. Looks like the 268 fired and missed or shot somewhere else. This is going to be really good for GABU here. Does get the reset. 268 does fire, so this is going to be really good for GABU here. Does get the kill. Gonna quickly come over here. Philly cheesesteak and the Chieftain are backing up their fallen teammate here, Mr. Izota. But looks like they get unspotted here, and they have still both light tank, or sorry, IS-7s on the cap. 13 seconds left. They do send Jay to get it, but looks like he got double tapped here. But now they know they are reloading. Chieftain is moving up, is about to get clipped by the Batchat. Does get taken out, but they get both resets here. and they do kill one of the IS-7s. Still 3,000 hit points differential for GABU here on defense. Philly Cheesesteaks on that reload. He's forced to relocate and reload. IS-7 taking a lot of damage here, staying on that cap. Kaiser just getting free farm here. Murat does get taken out. Same with the last Murat. And the lone survivor, Philly Cheesesteak, in the bat chat. About to be reloaded, but getting pushed in by Kaiser von Krieg. Looks like a little bit of a lag spike there. Alright, we'll put some damage in. Gonna pump. This fire once. And gets rammed to death here. So GABU does take a forecast map pick. Tying up this game 2-2. Hopefully y'all predicted correctly, because it looks like this might go into a tiebreaker here. From 4K we have Trav and the Chieftain, 2,500 damage. Ground Mike Attack on the right with 1 kill, 1,900 damage, 800 assist. Phil Cheesesteak on the bat chat, 1 kill, 1,800 damage. One odd buck with the Leopard 1, 865. Solo Soviet, 463, and then IS-7. And Free the Goat, IS-7, zeros across the board. And Mr. Azota in the 268 with 169 assist. From GABU, we have Kaiser von Krieg with CS 5,000 damage, 1 kill, and 1,000 assists. Really good game out of him. Suta, 1,100 with IS-7. I don't know why I said the numbers. 1 kill, 2,600 damage, and 600 assist. K Mori with the CS, 4 kills, 2,000 damage. Cleanup crew from him. Euro Lepis, Valor, 1,600, 800 assist. Utah with the IS-7, 1 kill, 1,600 damage, 1,100 assist. Jay with the Leopard 1 with 862. And Procure in the Chieftain with 801 and 400 assist. Depending on what GABU says, we'll see. One of 4CAD's internet went out. Yep, so just in case they start picking tanks, I'm just going to transition to the Coveter. Just in case. Decoy TD player is a she. Got you. I'm going to say Azota from now on then. Thank you for that, Burns. Or is it Mrazota? That's probably what it is. Mrazota, probably. Just waiting on. I think it's Trav. I think his, yes, he was the one that's the internet went out. So just gonna wait for him to come back. We can do a quick score update. Just still waiting. Let's see. Hockey. We're now tied. Actually, I don't know. Everything's going forth really fast here. Holy crap. Dallas Stars 4, Colorado Avalanche 3, Georgia, if you're doing football, Georgia Auburn game. It is 13-10 in Georgia's favor. Hopefully Georgia wins. My Cowboys play tomorrow. Good job for New York beating the Eagles. I love to hear that. Gonna go over. Thank you, No Sleep. Thank you, Evil Bacon, for the follow. Burns as well. Spoon earlier as well. Thank you for the follow. It looks like Georgia went for it. Man, they got the first down. They're at 4th and 3 at the 40, so that's good. Hopefully we continue on here. And we might be rocking and rolling. I hope. Yes, it is, Glare. It is quite a late game. All right, I'm gonna go back. It looks like hopefully they are ready. Got some tanks being picked up here. Sorry it's been a little quiet. I'm kind of keeping an eye on a lot of things here. Could start some random or random music here, but oh, so a little bit what's going on here. So apparently Solo Soviet is not on the roster. All right, and we should be rocking and rolling here. Nothing really happened, so yes, 2-2. There we go. What's up, Beaver? All right, just waiting on one more tank here. Sorry about that, y'all. Again, just kind of just talking in chat, make sure everything's good to go. I want to try to get like a, I don't know, a template made for comp. So we'll see how that goes. That's my goal if I'm gonna really continue this. I plan on it, don't get me wrong. I do plan on continuing streaming because it still is fun to me. I have so much, not really time, but have a lot of fun doing these. And we should be rocking and rolling here. So we're going into steps here. We have Gabu with a Chieftain, Valor, double I7, double Leopard 1, and a CS. With 4K, we have a Chieftain, double I7, Batchat, Leopard, T100, LT, and the 268 V5. That Grill 15 last match I did was putting in a lot of work on both teams here, so I could see why that tank's getting banned because it's super accurate still. So I see it being not really an issue, but just a really, really good tank overall. Looks like Forkite is going to try to make sure they don't get into the iconic IS-7 spot. Getting some early spots here straight down the middle. IS-7 should get lit up here. He does, and spots the T100. If I'm this IS-7, I think... Ooh, takes one from 750. Is it 268 over here? Yes. Okay. I was like, man, that guy's running minus 10%. Good job on the IS-7. But that was a really good shot here. So IS-7 is... He's not in the spot yet. Takes one from the T100. Takes two really good shots from 4Cat here. Looks like they did from Gabu here take the outside of the 0-9 line. Does spot the T100, takes one from the Leopard for 479. Takes another one from the CS. Really good shots there, leaving the T100 down to a 2-shot. The Batchat actually takes one blind from the CS. Really good shot out of him, but he does spot the Batchat. IS-7 gets pushed out. I'm going to try to quickly get into this fight here. Both chieftains get pushed up into this IS-7 here. Trying to get some farm in. Looks like they are. IS-7 looks like he is ammo-racked. Now he's really ammo-racked. Or it looks like they combine. Chieftain down to a one-shot. I actually think these chieftains should push over and try to kill this chieftain and IS-7 here. Looks like one of them is down to a 2 to 3 shot, so never mind here. IS-7 down to a 1-shot from GABU here. Both Leopard 1s are pushing it on the south side here. Sorry, I'm trying to get all the action here. There's been a lot of bleeding on both sides here, so this is actually neck and neck. A little bit advantage for Fortcat as they still have all 7 tanks here, but only by 400 hit points wise overall. So one easy kill from GABU here into that Chieftain, or even the I7 actually puts him in a better spot, or even kills the T100 LT. This would be really good for GABU here, even though they are technically up 600 hit points now. This Leopard 1's probably can kill this Leopard, or the I7, sorry. 4Cat X, Phil Cheesesteak is trying to get out, does get taken out. Looks like by that Chieftain, so a really good shell out of him. So now they are actually tied up 6v6. IS-7 from GABU here. Utah is still a one-shot. T100 LT gets spotted, and looks like the CS did miss. Leopard 1 gets spotted. He might take one in return. He does. Tries to shoot one on the move out to Mr. Ja here. 6v6. 6v5 now. Whoever killed that player was Buck or the 268 shooting some HE here. So now it's a 5v6. But still hit points wise is for GABU here with 8,500 versus 72. They are still on defense, so they might still be down 2 tanks, but everyone but the Valor is still above 1,600 hit points. T100 LT is running away. GABU is trying to kill Marzota here. They're taking a lot of fire here. Looks like they're going to forget the Leopard and try to go after this Batchat here, and I think that is the kill here. Kill the autoloader tank that can get out and kill everyone here. Leopard 1 does miss. Very unfortunate here. They are sending the light tank onto the cap here, but they still have the big TD covering. Looks like the wrong side. No, he is covering the mediums. Bad shot does finally get taken out here. So now it is a 3-on-4. Hit points is now towards 4CAD here. If I'm GABU here, I need to try to spot the light tank. I would possibly not be doing this, because you can easily get shot here, and he does. If I'm 4CAD here, like if I'm Trav, I need to keep this guy, because if he spots the light tank here, this I-7 has to be ready. Does spot the T100 Chieftain. Does he get him out? He does not, but he does keep him off of the cap circle. Really good shells into Trav here. One, two. I-7 does get pushed up. Leopard does get spotted. So does the 268. The Tough is moving away from the A3 corner. Precure still is on full health, so this guy needs to stay in the fight. If I was him, I would actually swap the Valor and the Chieftain and try to move the Chieftain up. He needs to make sure he's protecting this Leopard, because now if this Leopard dies, he's the only one able to spot. This Leopard needs to get out of here very fast. They do spot the Leopard. Let's see if they get him out. I don't think they will, because the way that this map is. Don't push up. You could get shot by the I-7 here. They don't know, because actually he does. 268 is moving in. He is about to take a very large shell unless he bounces or misses. He's about to get hit. He does get taken out here. Really good shot from 4CAD here. T100 actually gets spotted. Does get taken out by the Valor, and the Chieftain is going to kill this IS-7 here in about 1 second, and he does. It's now a 2-on-2. They need to cover each other if they push into this Chieftain. They need to cover each other, or possibly... No, they need to cover each other, and this Chieftain needs to... Come on, Valor, you need to... There we go. You gotta stay in this fight, get this guy as low as humanly possible. Try to get some really good shots into tracking, or even MRX here, because now this 268 can very easily kill this Chieftain. He does, looks like he misses, or hits his track. This I-7 should get the kill here now, and he doesn't. He actually bounces. This Valor hopefully can get a shell in. He is starting to move up here, but this Chieftain could die here. And he doesn't, and he finally does. So now if I'm this Valor, I am running. Don't even fight, I'm running. Get unspotted and run. That is actually very unfortunate for 4CAD here. I saw that bounce. That IS-7 easily gets the kill. 55 seconds to 268 really isn't the fastest. But if he knows, he needs to cut him off, because the Valor is a faster tank. That TD is not the fastest at all. Maybe if you're the Grill 15, you can catch up. And it's going to go towards GABU here. Unless it's 268. Uh-oh. Never mind. This guy can get really lucky here. If he spots them at this cross here and hits them and it sets them on fire. He makes it just in time. I would not poke. All it takes is an Amarak or fire. And that is going to be GG here. That was a really, really close game. At first, it was back and forth this entire time. Like at first, Forcat was winning. Then GABU took the fight in. Then Forcat took the fight in again. They were actually health advantage and tech advantage. And I'm going to say that is a very good game from GABU here. Really lucky bounce in my opinion, because that I7 easily could have killed that Chieftain. But I digress. Really good game for them. But from Forcat we have Trav in the 268, 2 kills, 4,000 damage. Marazota, Leopard, 2667. The Tough with the I7, 2 kills, 2200 damage. One Odd Buck in the Bat Chat, 2 kills, 1670. Free the Goat for the I7, 1580 and 900 assist. Phil Cheesesteak in the Chieftain, 1222, 800 assist. And Ground, Mech Attack, 2100, 900 damage, 1000 assist. From GABU here, we have Procure in the Chieftain, 2 kills, 3100 damage. Jay with the Leopard 1, 2 kills, 2600 damage. Yura, Lapis, Valor, 2 kills, 2300 damage. K-Mor with the I7, 1800, 1000 assist. Kaiser Von Creep with the CS, 1555. Suta at the Leopard 1, 1200. And Yuta in the IS-7, 400. Both with around 800 and 500 assist. So now Forcat is on the clock. They need to win here to force a tiebreaker. And again, it is steps. GABU has to attack. And there's the game for the Georgia-Auburn game. Good. Georgia won. Thank God. Let's see. Colorado and the Stars are tied up. Not good. Colorado beat Iowa State. That's funny. Michigan got beat by USC. Unfortunate. The week I'm in Texas. I better be able to watch this game. There's 2 games I gotta watch. And then I'll be back by then. But looks like we are about to rock and roll for this, the last match. Or possibly tiebreaker. This is some weird stuff now that I'm not really seeing triple chief or triple E5 on the big heavy maps, so especially seeing like Centauros, Leopard 1s. And I think I saw T62A earlier, but actually no, I was just moderating another team before this match came on. Kind of want to go back to Tier 8, back when comp was fun, but I understand with there being premium tanks and all that, and some tanks are just better in every stat line. T32s, or just make it to where we can do old school rules. That'll be fun. 754 format. Select tanks only. Let's see. That was fun because I think the biggest tank was the Borsig. IS-3s, T-32s. The 110 was picked too if you're pushing more. That was fun. Let's see. Make sure there's no other pings for me. Alright, and we're off. From 4K we have a Chieftain, Double Valor, IS-7, IS-4, Leopard 1, T100 LT. Very interested to see where this IS-4 goes. But from GABU we have a Chieftain, double I7, double Leopard 1, T100 LT, and the 268 V5. So I'm actually going to see where Forecast setups here. I want to see where that IS-4 goes. Possibly he goes the Forbidden Rock, the double mound, I'm going to call it. Some of you know what I'm going to say over here. I'll quickly come over here. These mounds right here, I call it something else, but I'm going to keep it very friendly here. IS-7 does get spotted. Let's see if they try to do the same thing here, but I don't. Maybe double leopards, about to get a easy shot here, right now. Yes. So they do. Let's see. So it looks like they are. Yes. So he is just going to stay at the mounds. IS-7 is going to possibly stay right here because he can't really push up anymore. Most of GABU is here. They have 4 tanks and then both medium tanks and the LT in the backside covering the flank. So early bleed from GABU2. Let's see how they continue on here. T100 does get spotted in the background here. Takes one. Looks like from Jay here, from the Leopard 1, but he also gets spotted in return. But I think he is safe because I think no one can fire onto him. Possibly that Leopard 1, Marzota. That's the only one bad thing if they do decide to just push out the B cap. The IS-4 is so slow that the IS-7 gets a little bit of advantage on just rotating into the fight onto the B cap. So we'll see how that plans out for them. Yeah, there's no big TD, so I kind of like what GABU's doing. Just set up, get ready to fire a really big shell onto Mr. IS-7 here from Portcat. Looks like they are blind firing or getting ready to shoot. Try to get in on this. The best way to do is come over here. IS-4 spotted, IS-7 spotted. Like a big shell. I-7 does bounce here. Let's see who's covering. Both Valors are covering here. Looks like the Ice War does get a really good show, and both of these Valors are either missing or bouncing onto the push here, so that's really good for GABU here. And a fire again. That is so unfortunate for everyone that ever got set on fire this matchup. So unfortunate because the size 4 just cannot turn because we have a 268 that's looking straight into his soul. But he is gonna, yeah, he does take it. Took an HE from the 268. So the I7 does keep pushing out to pretty much keep spotting those triple chieftain slash valors here so they cannot poke up without being spotted. Just enough to keep them down without over peeking. Looks like there's a push getting pushed out from GABU as well on the backside. 6 minutes left. It is a 5-on-7. But again, this is defense here. It is very unlikely unless GABU starts to throw here. But it's looking like it is highly in favor for GABU here with almost 4,000 hit, a little bit over 4,000 hit points advantage for them. I think now would be the time to rotate the T100, both leopards, and just get on the cap and say, all right, come get me. Force them out. Don't need to bleed. And it looks like that's exactly what GABU is going to do here. Rotate the light tank, get on the cap, send a leopard, or you can keep both leopards, yeah. Keep them both in the back, just so they don't get a cheeky surprise here. Look at the I7 gets shot by the Chieftain or Valor here. Really good shot by whoever that is, because that is a really hard shot to take. And he does get on the base. So now I'm going to get on this side, see what happens here. I'm surprised I don't see a tank. Oh, there were. Got to get him in frame. 268 is over there, up on A3 corner, or the hill. Minute and 2 seconds on the base timer. They did send the light tank. Jay does spot him out. "35 seconds left. Ooh, and a tracking shell or just a tracking hit. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. 5. Does spot him. And was forced to get out. But the LT does get taken out. Light tank's back on that capsule. To be honest, I would actually see if he starts to back up now that the light tank is dead into like a random spot like here. Just so because if they remember that spot, he can easily get blind fired here. And he starts to move like just to where he's not like exactly in the same spot. So that's really good for Kaiser here. And minute 10 left on that timer. Really good blind shot onto the 268 there. 25 seconds left. And that is GG. GABU winning this matchup here. But from Forcat, we have One-Eyed Buck and the Valor, 1600 damage. We have Marzota and Leopard 1 kill, 1500 damage. Field Cheesesteak and the Valor, 1300 damage. The Dark Flare, or Flash, sorry, 915 in the Chieftain. Free the Goat, IS4, 800 damage. Ground Mech Attack with the T100, 259, 569. Assist. Icon Trav, 0 across the board except assist with 185. We have Gabu with the K-Mori, Object 268v5, 2 kills, 4200 damage. Gabu and the Chieftain, 3600 damage. Jay the Leopard 1, 2 kills, 2000 damage. Yura, Leopard 1, 1600 damage. Kaiser Von Krieg with the T100, 1 kill, 1100 damage. Just shy of 2k assist. Yuta and Suta, both NI7s. 1 kill, 800 damage, 2100 assist, and 400 damage, 2600 assist. I want to say thank you for both teams here, allowing me to stream their game. And GG's to both sides here. I actually thought 4Cat had that high advantage at the beginning, and then Gary did come up on the last two map picks here and clean them up. And they were really close games here. And again, thank you again for having me. Go ahead and get this over. There we go. And thank everyone for watching. And I will try to catch y'all whenever I can stream, probably the following 2 weeks. Because next week I am on vacation. But again, GG's to both teams here, and again, congratulations for GABU for winning this matchup here. And y'all have a good one.